Hello everyone. Here we are going to see about the unit 4 that is information theory. So in this topic we are going to see about what is information theory and what are the channel codings we have used, and also we are going to discuss about the definition of the information and its properties and also their entropy form. Okay, let's we see one by one. So introduction. So here we are going to see that the performance of the communication system, which is measured in terms of its error probability. So the errorless transmission is possible when the probability of the error at the receiver approaches is 0. So the performance of the system, which will depends upon available signal power and channel size and bandwidth. So based on these parameters, it is possible to establish the condition of errorless transmission. So these conditions we will refer to as the Shannon's theorem, and the information theory is related to concept of statistical properties of messages or sources, channels, noise interference, etc. So the information theory is used for mathematical and analysis of communication. So the following are the two main parts of the resolved for the communication system. They are the irreducible complexity below which the signal cannot be compressed, and the second one is the transmission rate for reliable communication over a noisy channel. So in this chapter we will study about the concepts of the information, entropy, channel capacity, information rate, etc. and some source coding techniques also we are going to see. So then these are the two main parts of the performance of the communication system. So the next one is advantages. So the advantages of the channel codings are error probability is reduced since the errors are detected and corrected. The excellent channel coding techniques are available that will minimize the chances of errors. It is possible to utilize the full capacity of channel with appropriate coding techniques. So the next one is the coding techniques for forward error correction as well as automatic repeat requests are available. Next one is disadvantages of channel coding. So all the channel coding techniques added redundancy bits for error detection and correction. So this will increase the output data rate and it will require wide bandwidth. So the coding and the decoding, which will involve the computations and which involves a delay in transmission and also the reception part. So this will help for the channel coding techniques to add the bits for error detections and corrections. The next one is definition of information. It is also known as measure of information. So it means let us consider the communication system which will transmit the messages M1, M2, M3, etc. with the probabilities of occurrences P1, P2, P3. So the amount of information transmitted through the messages Mk with the probability Pk is given as amount of information Ik is equal to log base 2 into 1 by Pk, that is equal to minus log base 2 Pk. So the next one is unit of information. So in the above equation, that is log base 2 1 by Pk, that is equal to log base 10 into 1 by Pk divided by log base 10 2. Normally the unit of information is bit, and we are using the term bit as an abbreviation for binary digits. So in this we will use the new abbreviation, that is BINIT for binary digits. So we will measure the amount of information Ik in the bits. So the definition of the information, which will be more clear through the following examples, and that is the unit of information bit binary digit, which is represented by BINIT. Next is the properties of information. So the following are the properties which can be written for the information. They are if there is more uncertainty about the messages, the informations will be carried is also more. So if the receiver knows the message being transmitted, the amount of the information carried is also 0. So if I1 is the information carried by message M1 and I2 is the information carried by M2, then the amount of information carried componently due to M1 and M2 is I1 plus I2. So if there are M equal to 2 power n equally likely messages, then amount of information carried by each message will be n bits. So these are the properties of information which has been discussed. So let me see one by one in the next slides. So the first property, that is in binary PCM, if 0 occurs with the probability 1 by 4 and 1 occurs with the probability 3 by 4, then calculate the amount of information conveyed by each binit. So let me see about the explanation. So here binit has a 0 has the probability of 1 by 4 and binit 1 has a probability of P2 is equal to 3 by 4. So now we have to find out the amount of information formula. So Ik is equal to log base 2 into 1 by Pk. So by substituting the P1 value in this equation means I1 is equal to log base 2 log base 2 4, that is equal to log base 10 4 divided by log base 10 2, that is equal to 2 bits will be get. So like that we have to find out for P2, that is 3 by 4. So I2 is equal to log base 2 4 by 3. So that is equal to log base 10 4 by 3 divided by log base 10 2. So that is equal to 0.415 bits. This is the explanation of this property. So next property is, if I1 is the information carried by message M1 and I2 is the information carried by message M2, then prove the amount of the information carried compositely due to M1 and M2 is I1, 2 is equal to I1 plus I2. So now we are going to see about the solution for this property. So the amount of information formula is Ik is equal to log base 2 1 by Pk. So the individual amounts carried by the messages M1 and M2 are I1 is equal to log base 2 into 1 by P1 and I2 is equal to log base 2 1 by P2. So I1, 2 is equal to log base 2 into 1 by P1 P2. So that is log base 2 into 1 by P1 into 1 by P2. So we have to give individuality. So that means we get log base 2 1 by P1 plus log base 2 1 by P2. So this will be in the form of log AB is equal to log A plus log B. So we will get I1, 2 is equal to I1 plus I2. So this will be proved. I1, 2 is equal to I1 plus I2 will be proved as itself. So the next one is entropy, that is average information. So consider that we have the m different messages. So let these messages be M1, M2, M3 etc. up to MM, and they have probabilities of occurrence as P1, P2, P3 etc. up to PM. So suppose that a sequence of L message is transmitted, then if L is very large, then we say that P1L messages of M1 are transmitted and P2L messages of M2 are transmitted, P3L messages of M3 are transmitted, etc. like that PML messages of MM are transmitted. So hence the information which is due to the message M1 will be I1 is equal to log base 2 into 1 by P1. So since there are a P1L number of messages of M1, the total information due to all the messages of M1 will be I1 total is equal to P1L log base 2 of 1 by P1. So similarly, the total information which is due to all the messages M2 will be I2 total is equal to P2L log base 2 into 1 by P2 and so on. So thus the total information carried due to the sequence of L messages will be I total is equal to I1 total plus I2 total plus etc. up to IM total. So that is I total is equal to P1 log L log base 2 into 1 by P1 plus P2 L log base 2 into 1 by P2 plus etc. like that PM L log base 2 into 1 by PM. So the average information per message will be average information is equal to total information divided by number of messages. So that is I total by L. So the average information which is represented by entropy and it is represented by H. So thus entropy H is equal to I total by L. So from the above equation 2 we can write the above equation as entropy H is equal to P1 log base 2 into 1 by P1 plus P2 log base 2 into 1 by P2 plus P3 log base 2 into 1 by P3 etc. up to Pm log base 2 into 1 by Pm. So we can write the above equation using the sigma sign as follows, that is entropy H is equal to summation K equal to 1 to M Pk log base 2 into 1 by Pk. So that is equal to minus summation K equal to 1 to M Pk log base 2 to Pk. So this is the entropy equation. Thank you.